other little bite-sized videos, maybe possibly into a series. But the game that I'm playing right now, Captain Tsubasa, Rise of the New Champions. I used to watch this as a kid. I've loved this show so much. Like, what got me started on anime was on this show. It's because of this show. And to be told that there's going to be a game coming out for it on the PS4, I had to order it straight away. You know, as a big anime fan, this was something I had to get. First of all, this is the first football game that I will be buying this year, and maybe the only one. Not much of a FIFA fan, and Pro Evo is not making another 2021 for the PS4 because of the coronavirus that's hitting around. But this is the game that I'll be getting. Pretty much, I'm going to have a little quick talk on what this game is about. So it's about a young boy named Tsubasa. His dream is to play football and play for Japan as well, and win the World Cup with Japan. He meets a professional footballer under the name of Roberto Hongo, and he's a Brazilian striker. Unfortunately, because of an incident during a match, he collides with another player, which ends up hitting his head, and his eyes are unfocused. So he went to Japan to try and sort it out, but they told him that if he plays again, there's a chance he'll be completely blind. Ends up meeting Tsubasa and teaches him how to do the overhead kick. And Tsubasa says, if I can do this, then you'll be our coach, because they were about to play against another elementary school in Japan. He pretty much uses the whole day and learns it, and they form a partnership. And his new dream before winning the World Cup was to go to Brazil and play football there. So throughout the story, he starts meeting new friends and meeting new enemies as well along the way, and he plays in elementary school league, Japanese elementary school league, where he dominates at the beginning. Then and then more opponents come in and it gets harder for him, but end of the day he wins the cup. And unfortunately, because of how Roberto has seen how Tsubasa's mum has been really worried about him going at a young age, he actually leaves and doesn't take Tsubasa with him. He then continues on for the next years. I believe it is middle school that they go into. So at this point they're in their like 14s, 15s, and he's in his last year, so they have 3 years before they move on to it. So he's in his last year, he's in his third year, and a lot of stuff happens which I'm not going to say anymore because the storyline here tells you what happens, which I'm going to try and unlock every single scene possible because I know how the story goes. But we'll see what happens first, and why I say this is a little bit different compared to your normal football game, as in like FIFA and Pro, is because this game doesn't have any fouls. I figured that out. I have played this already, so I know how it goes, but this game does not have any fouls, because in the show you don't actually get any fouls in the show as well, in the anime, so that's one of it. But also the main character, just because he is him, and like there's also other players as well, they all have special shooting abilities as well, which I'm not going to go into because I want you guys to have a little look into it, see how you feel about the special shots that they have in this game. Not everyone has a special shot, but most people do. So just a little talk on it on the game, saying that he what it's about, which I have pretty much told you. So it's just a little say on the game. So his name is Ozora Tsubasa. Tsubasa in Japanese means wings. Okay, then I'm really looking forward to you guys having a look into it, because there's two types of this game. So there's the normal game, which is called Tsubasa's story, which you play the whole anime through, and there's something called the new hero story, which you make your own player. And there's also an online mode where you can have 2 against 2, and you can create your own team, create your own players and everything. So I'm really looking forward to it. Okay, so hopefully, yeah, so this is the part where you can see Tsubasa and the made up character. Oh, Tsubasa were number 10, no matter what, wherever he is. Let's do this! I believe I'm Hugo Kojiro, right? Yeah? You understand who Hugo Kojiro is halfway through the game. The final of the first Japanese Youth World Challenge held in America, Japan versus Germany. When I was a kid, when I watched this, I think one of the best things that I remember about this was their striker, Kojiro. It's just, I liked him more than the main character. This was the first ever anime that I watched, don't forget. And whenever I watch animes and play games, I always pick the main character. But it's just, Hugo was just the one. So, just saying, in this game, some characters have changed because of licensing. So, unfortunately, most players have kept the same names and everything like that, but there's 1 or 2 players that may have changed their name. And for all you Tsubasa fans, I do believe that you know who they are, and I believe it was mentioned in one of the forums as well. So, bear with. Oh, that character's name is wrong and everything like that. Just bear with, because obviously with license problem they had to change a little bit. Alright, so here we go. So just playing normally. So win by scoring more points than your opponent, obviously. Dribble with the left stick and short pass with X. Is that it? Okay. Alright, the spirit culture. Spirit is needed to perform special actions. So in this game you get special actions. It's like skills and everything like that, and special shooting. So pressing R1 makes you dash. So it's not letting me do that, so okay, so kick gorge represents the power and of a through pass, long pass or shot and everything like that. So pressing square actually takes a shot. If the longer you hold, the more chance that there's a special shooting. The lower map shows where so obviously kind of like most football games and everything like that. So jumps really early. So the tutorial challenge is that I have to pass to Tsubasa and then I have to score with him. So this is his special, the rival shooter. Boom! And that, my friend, is just a tutorial. So they didn't get much more onto it, but I'm looking forward to the new mode that there is. New legend of these kids. New legend for Japanese soccer. So Munebasa Katagiri, he's been there since right at the beginning. Like, he's since, I wouldn't say beginning, since middle school he started looking for, so he's the scout pretty much, so he's been looking at all the young players and everything like that. So mainly you'll see him in a lot of Tsubasa episodes, but I believe he does have a close eye for also Hyuga Kojiro as well. So I have no clue what these all are, but let's keep going. Oh, you can when you buy the game you get all of these. So like I said, so there's the journey, versus mode, online versus, you can practice this game, ultimate edit, you can make changes to the player and teams you've created, special video and music, and then obviously option on to change however all of that is. So I'm going to do the journey. So apparently in both the stories, so it's recommended for new players to getting used to the game, and then the new hero is for those with a little bit of experience. So I've actually already played the storyline as well, but I want to play the storyline for you guys. So it's gonna be, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 6 episodes of it, of the game. Story mode, sorry. So there's 6 episodes in the story mode, but on the hero story mode I have no clue because I've not played that side yet. But I'll get into this, and just saying, what you guys saw was the rival shoot. Sorry, it has to sound like that because that's how he says it. But this shows him he doesn't actually have it at this point of the game. So also the Tsubasa at this point, third year, beginning of third year, he doesn't have, he's still learning how to make it. Well, he's learning how to develop the shot. One of my ultimate favourite joke, I believe he was a joke character at first, but I do love him. Izaki Raw, like literally one of his ultimate move is called Danga Save, which is like he uses his face to get hit on the ball, so that's how he saves. Hajime Taki, very fast on the right wing. Striker, Teppei Kisugi. Yuzo Morisaki used to never play because Wakayabashi Genzo was pretty much there, so he was always the second. And then in this elementary school, pretty much what happened was that he injures his leg and Morisaki has to play it all the way through. Yeah, pretty much he plays all the way through until the final. So I do feel sorry for him, but now he's the main captain, main goalkeeper, and he's not the captain, he's the main goalkeeper, because Genzo has gone to Germany to study and play football as well. So Genzo plays for Bayern Munich, I believe it is, or Hamburg, I forgot, it was either one. So Sane Nakazawa, those that don't know, obviously, but those that know, that this is Tsubasa's future wife. It literally, he just, why, but then it just relates to, why, can I have a new towel? this is the coach. So at this point, third year, so the first 2 years, Nankatsu, which is their school, has taken the championship for 2 years in a row, and they're trying to make it a third year. Yeah. I love how all the design is done very well in this game, kind of like the anime itself, kind of like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but 14 years old. I mean, if anyone is interested in it, there's so many versions of it. So there is Captain Tsubasa, Captain Tsubasa J, Captain Tsubasa Road to 2002, latest Captain Tsubasa 2018, 19, maybe 17. And then there's also the mangas and everything like that. But if you're not a manga reader and an anime reader and want to get into this, all of it with the soundtrack and everything like that, I do prefer Captain Tsubasa J. But if anything, do just go and check all of them, look at the difference between them, how each story starts differently and everything like that. But Captain Tsubasa J doesn't have this part in it. It just goes from elementary school straight to the world youth. So this part, as you can see, this doesn't make him sound really cool though. Like he needs 2 other players to help him get better. But he is one of the best strikers in this Japan. So this character also played in the elementary team, because Nankatsu was split into a few other little schools, which then they formed into one team, which is called Nankatsu SC, the soccer club for them. So they made it, and then these two at the front were main players. One of them at the back was as well. The other one was more of a bench player. Just saying, like, as he said, like, these guys were absolutely trash when they were in elementary school to where you are. This is a new kid. Like, he's not part of the first. I think it's because they're all third year and he's just a first year. Told you special shooting is available in this game. I don't know why their eyes just go all blank like that when something exciting happens. It doesn't happen like that in the anime. Just saying, this character's talking all big, but if he actually played against Hugo right now, like, Hugo has an aggressive way of fighting, like playing in the game. Like, he would dash through players and think like it's nothing. Like, literally, like, he'll dash through, someone tries to come to him and he'll get like blown away like 2 feet away. He's not even acknowledging him. He's just like, sure. In the anime, this part shows a lot more emotion than they are right now, but this is a game, so obviously you're not gonna get as much like this. みんな、後半戦後半はチームを変えよう。俺が1、2年生のチームに入る。みんなは then. So there's a tutorial on dribbling and tackling. I've already played this, so I'm not going to do the dribbling and all that, but I'll show you like another gameplay of this. So before, because the next match is against Urabe and Nita in a minute, so before their match I will stop the video then and there. I mean, this is just a quick demo on this episode, but let's get started on this game. You don't, to be honest, in this game you don't really need to change change the subline, because you find out that your bench has got players who are ranked in the 32s to the 30s, when Tsubasa is like 129 on the rating and something like that. Like, I think there's higher ratings and everything like that, but at the moment they're just only like ranked 30, which I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna. As you go, Raw is just like a defender known for face blocks and other gutsy plays. Well, he doesn't really have much gutsy plays, but you're always known him for his face blocking. Right, and so I'm red, and they're. So it's just telling you how to play the game, pretty much. The V zone makes it so the V zone makes it so that it depletes the spirit off of the goal spirit to people by stopping opponent shot. The lower the spirit, the more likely the shot is succeed. So play close attention to how much keeper covers when the opponent scores or when it enters half time. So. This scene is amazing. Why I say this scene is amazing when you watch it like in anime is because he's seen how they played. Let's go. This scene had a massive impact, just saying. So just saying, like, that scene was more in the anime. What I mean by more in, as in, like, he would play alongside them and tell them, as in, like, Taki's main weakness was that he always relied on one side, on the wing. He relied everyone, like, he was like, you always just rely running down the line, and anyone can tell that you're going to use that move. And then they said something like Teppei Kiseki is he's the main striker. Why isn't he scoring easy goals like that? And then the two defenders, Takashi and Izaki, they're both not playing to their standards. Like if you want to win, then like it was really more impactful than how this game puts it. But I'm thinking like this game wants to speed it up, you know, just so that it only plays one of the scenes, which obviously is when he tells Morisaki. If it was Wakabayashi Genzo, then they would have caught it already. So, but I do love this game so, like this anime. Like I played the whole story game and everything. Like I do love it so much. So every time you play, you do unlock new stuff and everything like that. Either a scene that has happened already or a scene that you can watch in the future. So this is the team that I'll be going against, Otoma Junior High School, which has, well, middle school in Japan, which has got Nita, Urabe, and a few more of the quartets and everything like that. So in this game, if you press tactics meeting, you do get Sane come out and they say what players that they are and everything like that, and then it gives you saying that you need to be careful of these players and everything like that. So you get that, and then you get the movie bit, which shows I believe is actually so this is based off of the what's it called, the anime, the latest anime. So these are all the characters that are in the first the kids season 1, so the elementary school season. So hopefully if I unlock it, maybe I will do just one episode, just sorry about that. I'm doing one episode just to let you have a watch on anime, possibly, which I will have to talk to Lee about, because obviously there could be a possibility of copyright into it, but I'm going to see how that goes first. But for now, I'm going to end off here. I hope you enjoyed looking at what is to come for episode Tsubasa. If I finish episode Tsubasa in time, and I may do the episode Hero one, because it then shows what's the difference between the normal story and the new hero story. So thank you very much for joining me. Make sure to have a check on our Facebook page, because there's many games that are coming out soon, which will have another video coming up very soon, which is September the 1st. We'll be doing a live run on at 7:30 for the game that we've all been waiting for. So it'll be me, Lee and Grant, because Wong's unavailable for it, but it will be the Avengers game. So keep an eye on it, and I hope you give us a like into our videos. Make sure you subscribe to it. If you have already subscribed, make sure to share the video so that everyone can have a look into it. Thank you very much for watching and listening to this episode, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.